I don't remember.
She knew
No,
about being an Indian.
I used to know those things.
She was crying.
Oh, how funny.
Being an Indian.
I don't remember.
Lazy Indian.
No, no,
Dumb Indian.
I still don't know.
Stealing Indians.
No, no,
The cruelty to my mother.
I don't even know anything anymore.
She knew
I used to know those things.
about being an Indian.
No,
Anin, Tansi, Bonjour, hello, my name is Tannis Nielsen. I'm a First Nations Cree Anishinaabe artist and I teach at the Ontario College of Art and Design. I'm a painter, sculptor, video installation artist, and welcome you to my home. My art is about the reclamation of a cultural identity that was taken away from me, and I didn't know that it was taken away from me until I was 12. So I focus on landscape, familial, historical photography in order to recover languages and traditions and stories that were hidden from my history. My video work for my thesis was titled Not Forgotten, and it had to do with my grandmother's memory.
to be cured, I was no good.
My dad's grandma was Lakota.
No,
My dad's grandpa was Cree.
I don't remember.
My dad told me they were river people.
I don't even know anymore.
Marie Baptiste, one of my great influences, calls cognitive imperialism. It's brain control. It's the colonial exclusion of First Nations histories and representation in the academy. And that angered me because I began to feel inferior. I never saw myself represented within the institution. And so the anger motivated me to find out why. Why was that exclusion there? Why was I denied knowing my culture? And it's a video in two parts. The first part has the sound of a train, which I hope would make the viewer think of westward expansion and manifest destiny and what that did to the First Nations people. And so you'll see that I'm covering myself with black paint, but I'm making myself disappear to the sound of that train, and the black paint kind of echoes the oil from the train. So I had a hard time explaining that at the University of Toronto. They didn't really understand my process because I said I cannot define what I do until it's done. And then my artwork tells me what it's about. I don't dictate to it anything. Come back is my power of speech. Yeah. And then the second part is when I recover myself. The more and more I began painting my family, the more I began to understand their history. And the more I began to understand why I don't speak Cree and why it was taken away. My grandmother was taught by the Grey Nuns, and the Grey Nuns were not a very nice teachers, and they taught her how to eat with books under her arms and be very proper and be very French and to let go of her culture. This is like my security blanket. That's called The Pain of Being, and it's a picture of my mother on her, I think it's a not baptism, what is it, confirmation, Catholic confirmation. I feel like that painting looks like evil, like it's about to spontaneously combust, you know? Snap, crackle, pop. It's very hard edge painting because that's the institution of Catholicism for First Nations people was that way. And he was a Métis. Most of my family is First Nations, married Métis, married First Nations, married Métis, married non-status again and again. And this is my mother. My mother is my muse. This is my grandmother and mother. Again, I'm painting it like bois brûlé, burnt wood. It's like burnt t-shirt and their faces are like wooden masks. You know how women are taking back the word bitch, right? It's kind of like me taking back the negative connotation of bois brûlé and making it positive because the smell of burnt wood is very comforting, right? So I like things to look burnt.
Dr. Moore, and they examined me and they thought that.
So as an Indigenous woman, through the creation of my art, I carry my culture forward by relaying their messages and their narratives of their existence in Canada as Indigenous people. I don't like the word Aboriginal. The prefix ab actually means not original. So there's a lot of people who are resisting that word Aboriginal.